about, were you aware, I mean, because like from an outsider, there was a lot of buzz, just from the fact that it was on Bravo, like, one of the first scripted shows on Bravo. Like, was that a thing, like for the cast, or it didn't really trickle down to you as far as like, this is a big deal for this network?
Yeah, I remember everybody um, being excited in a way that, it was novel. So we were wondering, well, how is this going to go over? How many viewers will we get a night? What
Right.
kind of audience does Bravo have? And does their, Real Housewives powerhouse sort of, center of the network, does that translate to their scripted stuff? So it was a big experiment. It was interesting to, be a part of that experiment. You never know what you're going to get when you throw a show on TV, but this had way more question marks than most shows, I think.
Right. Because it was a big deal. Like Bravo was doing scripted.
Yeah, yeah, we were the first one. It was cool, but I think, yeah, I guess we just didn't know what to expect.
Do you ever feel like, okay, if we were on a different network, maybe we would have lasted longer?
I wonder. I really wonder. It's interesting how I think, especially with comedy, there's sort of a climate thing, or there's something in the water that needs to happen where people can watch a show and there be good comedies that never get their footing because, I don't know, maybe they had the wrong time slot, or an audience never had enough time to get to know the characters, because once you know the characters, things start getting funnier and you feel acquainted with the world. Comedy takes that in a way that drama doesn't. And there's, I think, a world where this show ends up, on a network, or ended up on a network with a good time slot, and that could have happened to us. But there's plenty of great shows that end up just not at the right time, not in the right moment, and they don't go that direction. I think we had the ingredients, but like all comedies, we needed more time. 3 seasons was only 30 episodes for us. And for a
Mm.
lot of shows, that's one season, or one season and change, or a season and a half, or what have you. And that's just enough time for the writers, the producers, and the actors to all congeal. So I think we were just getting the motor running, and there was a lot more to be mined. But unfortunately, I think the ship sailed, so we won't get a chance to revisit.
I think it sailed. Were you like
Yeah.
really upset? Like, were you upset when you found out it was canceled?
Um, I was, but I also think that 3 seasons was, you couldn't quite be angry at something you never expected to be able to do in the first place. It just felt lucky. I mean, it was sad because we loved doing this together. I think everybody really enjoyed each other on the show. Um, so it was sad, but at the same time, you just kind of figure, all right, well, there'll be greener pastures, and you keep moving. What else can you do?